Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Don't mind the twinkling, I'll go over that in a moment. Anyways, what happened yesterday? What happened last video? I didn't get to record yesterday. Thankfully, I'm pre-recorded by like a day and a half, so, you won't notice anything. But, I don't quite remember what happened. We were continuing looking at bees. Oh yes, we figured out what was going on with getting the soul lava bee. So we went back to the nether. We crushed up a bunch of the ghostly bees to get their DNA. I think I still have some in the gene indexer. Hey, yeah, we can still see we have some ghostly bee DNA. We basically got some gene samples, did this whole stuff. Made the very first machine out of mechanism, so we could technically start up that at some point soon. And then we went ahead and made the productive metalworks foundry. This thing works very similarly to old school Tinkers, or old school Tinkers. I think Tinkers is still getting updated, so old school doesn't really matter in that sentence. Apparently this thing can just be a 1x1 space in the middle, and we just needed to put some soul fire in here, along with with one of these spawn eggs for a ghostly bee, which is what we needed that for in the incubator. So that's all pretty cool. So we have the soul lava bees. I think we actually have 2 extra seeds from completing the 2 extra eggs for completing the quest log. So we can go ahead and spawn those things in some advanced hives at some point and just get infinite soul lava. It's a zombie. Why did it have to be a zombie? They were both zombies. These things finally spawn in and we get the wrong ones. Dang it. Ay, 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 perfection. Perfection. I guess there were 3 bees hiding in here. So this one, I just need to take a wither skull. I didn't actually know that this had happened. I just heard bees buzzing around and came down to check, and perfect. So, skeletal bee becomes a withered. Becomes a withered bee. Has this been changed to? Wither bee. How do you get you? I can't breed. Oh, it's a wither rose, not a wither skull. Whoops, my bad. So I just have to go home for those. And then... Actually, I think they might flower off of wither skulls, so I should probably keep this out. But I think I have withered roses in here. What did I do with them? Did they get deleted? Oh no, they're right there. I just missed them. So our little skeletal bee becomes a withered bee. So now the withered bee, what do you flower off of? Wasn't it just here a moment ago? Where did it go in this list? Withered bee, there you are. Uses flowering off of wither roses. Cool. And do you burn in sunlight? I really hope the answer is no. Are you stuck down here? Here's our little bee. What if I just go like so and just give you a little piece of dirt in the single withered rose? Will that be enough for your flowering purposes? It appears so. Or at least you're just gonna hang out down here, and eventually we'll get the other undead bees too. Oh wait, no, I'm holding a withered rose, so you're following me. So, I think I need to put bottles in there for it to collect honey. I don't know exactly how this works. I'm a little bit strapped for time today, so we're probably going to be taking a further look at bees and mystical agriculture today. I don't really have time to start up a new mod. But, yeah, we got the soul lava bee. That's just hanging out in the chest up there. And now we actually have the withered bee. I guess that just decided to spawn in as soon as we came in. But between episodes, I did a little bit of stuff. So I made a couple of these Magitech mana circuits. They're super easy. They're 3 powdered dust, 3 powdered emerald dust, and just 6 pieces of iron, and each of them holds 20,000 Mahu. So they're just infinitely better in this version than the little gems. In the normal mod, where the gems hold 20,000, I've literally never made one of these things. I more or less forgot they existed. They do have an upgraded version with the Fey Essence. I just haven't gotten around to making those yet. And other than that, I just stayed over here grinding some Fairy Essence. And Depeche had an idea for what might work, and Yeah, there's something pretty cool just happened. I'm just gonna leave these zombies down here real quick. There you go, there you go. You can just hang out there. I don't know what you drop or what you flower on. But, we have a little spawner right there. And honestly, I'm gonna go grab a second one real quick to showcase this, because technically I did this between episodes, but, kind of want to see it, want to show it off too. So, let's just grab a random skeletal spawner. I have 22 of them. And so, if we head back to the Fae thing, you can see I already have one spawner there. But if I place down the skeletal spawner... are we okay, game? 1 second. Oh, that was a big freeze. Anyways, if we activate the Fae site, you can see that there's plenty of Fae now around here. So if I just go ahead and pick one up in an Ender lead, I can just make a Fae spawner. I wasn't quite sure that was gonna work, because the Fae, obviously, they don't work exactly like everything else. Their spawning is weird. You need to specifically be standing right here with low Mahu. I didn't know if this was actually going to work, but apparently it does. So now we have this one, which is super powerful, low spawn delays. I didn't adjust how many things it can spawn, but it does have Echoing 3, no AI. So, yeah, this is pretty good. I'm gonna probably upgrade both of them just to leave them running all the time. But, that does mean we now have over 1,000 Fey Essence, way more than we're ever going to need. We could actually make the Fey Cakes. I've never actually made them before. And we'll probably make this mana circuit too real quick, just to test it out. But for right now, I don't actually need the second one, and probably don't need the first one ever again either, but I have them just because. Just finish clearing out this bunch. Let's go make that second mana circuit. The other ones only hold 20,000, so we'll have to see how much this one holds, because I've literally never made it before. So, bunch of Fey Essence, grab out Powdered Emeralds, grab out Powdered Emerald, I did not remember where it was. Apparently had Redstone hiding in there. So, this mana circuit, there it is. We're just going to hide this here. Why on earth would... Oh yeah, the thing with this one is that if you can activate it so that others can use it too. Oh, it looks so much cooler though. Okay. The reason you would use this one is to let other people use it, and just because it looks awesome, apparently. So that's pretty cool. We can now make infinite mystic codes. And actually, I realized something. There's this item from Forbidden Arcanus called the Eternal Stella. And essentially this makes whatever item you use it with unbreakable. So I would like to get this thing at some point for a mystic code. But I think I've gone over everything that happened between episodes. I just waited for bees to spawn in, and I set up those things, those mana circuits, and got a bunch of Fey Essence. Are we okay, game? What is happening? Does the game not like that I'm constantly having a bunch of stuff running at this point? I don't know. 1 second. Oops, sorry about that. I had a graphics driver update, which means my entire computer, blah, just decides to stop working. So that's a thing. Anyways, just in case this thing was causing some problems, I went ahead and added redstone control, which is just a comparator and a switch on it. So we don't have permanent Mahu regen on right now. But, that might have been causing some issues, so I'm just gonna leave it off for a little bit. I should probably also put this Fey Essence in, like, in a drawer or something. Anyways, there was actually a couple other things I did between episodes. I built more of these harvester pylons. They're pretty simple. I gave them all in all the modium hosts. They won't break, so now the farms are automated a little bit. Just these parts, though. And I think that's it. Oh yes, I made a singular Insanium farmland and put an Inferium on it, so that's good. But I think that's it between episodes, and it looks like we're running better with that graphics update and turning that thing off for now. How is our little bee friend doing? It's in... I think it's in this one. For whatever reason, the advanced beehives, is it this one? Oh, no, it's in this one, I guess. Oh, the zombies just disappeared. Cool. Anyways, you're just in here. This should eventually create, create withered combs and whatnot, you're just gonna stay in here just being kind of cute and just doing your business. Anyways, what are we getting up to today? Um, Mystical agriculture and more bee stuff, because apparently that stuff's going to be pretty important. I've been putting it off for a while now, and I'm strapped for time. Like I'm already well past what I just with that little break right in the middle there. I'm already strapped for time, so of course things are going to keep breaking. At least you can go in there. What are we doing as far as either of those two mods go? Let's start with bees because it's what we're working on right now, and we'll go to mystical in a moment. So productive bees, we already made honey treats, so thanks for the honey treats. Those will allow us to spawn more bees in with the nests. What sort of bees do we want to get a hold of? We didn't have any skeletal comb, so we didn't have a skeletal bee for long, so we don't have the skeletal comb, which means we can't get the withered comb achievement just yet. An Aldemodium bee is an ancient bee and a withered bee bred together. So how do we get an ancient bee for growing netherite? A diamond block, or feed a diamond bee a block of netherite. As soon as we get a diamond bee, that's super easy. An ender bee and a lapis bee. Cool. So how do we get an ender bee? Create an endstone nest and head to the end to capture one of the bees. Okay. So, ender nest. Hold on. I don't think I have to make that one. I ended up stealing a couple of nests while we were exploring in the end, and I think one of them already had an ender bee in it. Yes, it did. Okay, so ender bee is acquired. And now we're just going to need a lapis bee, a redstone bee with a blue banded bee. Okay, so a redstone bee, breed a glowing bee with a chocolate mining bee. A glowing bee, bring a glowstone nest and capture a bee from the nether. Okay, there's a decent chance that those things might just spawn inside of... Yeah, there's a decent chance that these bees just spawn inside of the giant glowstone pillars, but just in case... Hmm. Wait, no, not refined glowstone. I need glowing bee, which requires... But just look at it this way. We need to make a glowstone nest, which is a glowstone and a wooden sword. That's probably how most of those, that's probably how the majority of those things are going to be made. A wooden sword mixed with a singular block of whatever you want. So glowstone nest, I have honey treats on me, so we should be able to summon them that way. Oh wait, no, this one needs glowstone, which is actually easier for us. So let's head on over to the nether. And before we just spawn, before we place this down and try spawning one, I want to find a glowstone deposit and see if there's just a nest hanging out in it. Don't see one on there. How much glowstone do I have? I have 45 in there. I went to the mining dimension for a bunch of inferium that I've already brought up and whatnot. 404. I knew I had more hiding in here somewheres. So this should just work, right? It's going to take 20 minutes unless I feed it like a full stack of it. And it's already down to... Just bring it down as much as... I have more or less infinite glowstone. I don't think it matters much if I spend a bunch of it. So this is going to get us a glowstone bee. You I'm going to capture. Actually, maybe I should use the sturdy... maybe I should use the specific bee ones, just in case it breaks stuff. So you're coming with me, and I'm going to bring your nest with us. So there's that. So glowstone bee acquired. You want the ATM bees, it takes a lot of capturing and breeding and feeding. The following part of the questline outlines which bees you'll need to move forward. Make sure to check JEI in the Big Book of Bees for more info. Cool, thanks for experience. So we have a glowing bee. So we need to bring this thing home with us and put it in a we need to take that bee and put it into an advanced beehive, and it will start producing that stuff. What do you flower off of? A shroom light or a glowstone block? Cool. So we're going to bring that home. We're going to make more advanced beehives. Maybe I should get a couple of those things just to be sure, because, it, I might need more than one. Like, one of them needs to be bred up, and the other one's just going to help produce more glowstone. So, maybe not a bad idea to have multiple of all the bees we're getting. So, 8 seconds, and we'll get a second one. There it is, and we'll just bring this nest with us. I don't know if we're going to need it for anything else. Nope. Get back here, little friend. There we go. 2 glowstone bees. Bring this with us. Do you have other uses? Um, Attracts glowing bees. Must be placed in the nether. Okay, so you only attract glowing bees, but we have 2 of them now. So we can get infinite of these and just crush them up and get all the extra stuff that they've got. Like, this one's high productivity, this one's just normal, so if we can breed a really high productivity netherite one, or ancient bee rather, that would be kind of cool. Let's bring these ones home. We have a glowing bee, we're just gonna need to start it going. A chocolate mining bee and a slimy bee gets turned into emerald bees. Do I really need emeralds? I don't think we're going to need many emeralds, or at least I haven't seen much. Bee flowers on feeding slabs that are placed in front of their hives. I'm assuming that just makes it easier for them to go do what they gotta do. Oh, hold on. Item conversion. So a cyanite bee will turn plutonium bee spawn eggs into ludicrites. Okay, that seems like it might be important. Um, Radiculite. These are just the byproducts that you get from Bee of Infinity? Excuse me? Oh, okay, an obsidian bee will turn just flux dust bees. That could be good. What's this Bee of Infinity? Um, Bee of Infinity. Uses, or you can't see the uses from there. Bee of Infinity. Bee of the Sky, Bee of Infinity. And you do what exactly? Bee of Infinity Comb, which is used for centrifuging into grains of infinity. Okay, I have no idea how to get these things otherwise, but I think they're kind of important. Um, what, you set fire to a block of deep slate? Is that... Okay, maybe not that important then. We could just do that. Anyways, we have a glowing bee. We just need to go, I guess, place one of them down in an advanced beehive and just get the other one going. Advanced beehive is, I think, relatively easy. It's any shears, a campfire, 2 honeycombs, a regular beehive, and then planks. I think I have regular beehives. Yes, I do. Actually, I think most of these have bees in them because I kidnapped them. Also, we already have a chocolate mining bee. I guess I picked that up randomly at some point, so that's coming with us and shows the ashy mining bee. Inventory is a problem right now. We're just going to have... Or we're just going to place them randomly for now. I really should set up like a proper apiary. We can go over here. So this is a regular beehive, it has 2. This is a regular beehive, it has 0. That one has 1 in it. So this one I can just pick up and just turn into an advanced one. Ashy mining, chocolate mining, and ender. Actually, maybe the ender one can't spawn. Or can't come out because we're in the overworld. Um, there's a lot to go over here. We're just collecting bees at this point. I'm going to take this empty... It's this one that's empty? Yes, it is. I'm going to take this empty hive so I don't have to make one right away. Let me out. So, grab out this advanced hive, and we're going to put our little glowing friend in it, the high productivity one. And then are you going to claim this for your own? Do you have a nest already? Sneak while releasing the bee to reset its hive. 1752. Oh wait, no, this is this bee's hive. Cool. So if we give this thing a glowstone block, it should just get to work. Maybe. Why are you... Where are you going? What? Do you wanted to go say hi to your little withered friend bee? Withered bee friend, I guess? I don't know, our bee friends are just do whenever they... Yeah, we need to set up a proper apiary. This thing is gonna get stuck in a corner and maybe even get itself killed. I really hope that's not the case. But we have a bunch of bee friends just hovering about now. Yay. I should set up Giosses on all of them before I accidentally swing Morgan around. Do I still have a Geos scroll? I think I do. Yes, I do. Cool. So that can go there. Set this over to here. So you're a normal bee. I think I already have a Geos on you. Um, Glowstone bee, Geos on you. And Withered bee, you're hiding in there, so I can't really get the Geos on you just yet. But I'm gonna go. I might have to make another one of these real quick. We have the resources. We have infinite of everything we need now. But chocolate mining, or that's Geos removed for Enderbee. Apparently I already had it. Set up a Geos on you. Did I just add it? Cool. This thing is gonna get itself killed. This one gets put into a, yeah, apparently the Ender one. What happened to the bee in that one? Oh, okay, it was the ashy mining one just disappeared now. Cool. Yeah, I should set this up in a little cave because I feel like our bees are just gonna keep getting them killed, or getting themselves killed like this. Yeah, I should have thought this through a little bit more. Enderbee, you're getting set up over here in like a little cave. Let me set up some stuff for them real quick. Okay, so I now have like a little cave here with spaces set up for different things. And I'm just going ahead and making a second advanced beehive. I'm going to need to make so many shears and so many campfires to keep making these. But now we have two, technically three with the one with the wither bee in it. Okay, that's just a normal Enderman, not a Enderman bee, which would have been weird considering the Enderman bee is still in here somewheres. Those are the glowing ones. Oh wait, no, the Ender bee is... What did I do with the Enderman bee? It was in there. Both of those are glowing bees. I'm gonna have to go get another one, aren't I? What happened to the Enderman bee? I could have sworn I captured it, and now I don't know where it went. Ah, wait, hold on. Let's see. Hold on, no, that is the Ender bee. How... You can teleport. You're an Ender bee. You can teleport. Get over here. Not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with you, if you can just leave here whenever you want. But, you're just going to be set up in this little nest right here. All well and good. And then you flower off of chorus fruits. I just looked this up. Which, chorus fruit and chorus flowers, I had gathered some of those. The problem is, I don't know if I still have them or not. There's a decent chance those were among the things that got deleted. Okay, I still have chorus flowers, so that's good. At least I can just place one of these down. So just going to go... Can you just place down a chorus fruit, or do I need to actually go ahead and plant endstone before I can do this? Although we could also just build one of those feeding slabs. I don't really know what I'm getting up to here. Feeding slab. Chest and a smooth stone slab. I can do that real quick. I have smooth stone back at base. In fact, I think I have smooth stone slabs. Inventories are going to be a problem for right now. I have 5 of these smooth stone slabs already pre-built. Just go ahead and make 5 feeding slabs, because why not? Our little Enderman bee friend is going to get a chorus fruit on theirs. So like so, and like so. Oh, it can hold... Oh yeah, each one can hold 3 bees. Aren't you nocturnal? You're diurnal. Okay. So you have a little feeding slab with that. Will you actually eat it, or is that just there infinitely? And this thing has 3 different slots. Can it hold 3 different bees, or is it only the Enderman bee? Also, I could make the extender things on it. But just to see, let's grab out the high productivity glowing bee. If I do that, will you... What is your nest? Are you connected to a nest? 1703446. Okay, no, it is attached to the same hive, so that's good. You're just not going in right now, and I should be able to just go ahead and put a glowstone block in here too. So now both bees should be able to eat off that same feeding slab. I think. So technically that's progress. Just need to get a single glowing comb and we'll have that quest. Now, what do I do here? A glowing and a chocolate mining bee will get us the redstone bee. So, any flowers, just feeding it to to both of those bees. Do I have the chocolate mining bee on me? Yes, I do. Cool. So this thing, okay, now it's hiding in there. So you have the chocolate mining bee. Does chocolate mining bee, do you produce any hives or anything? No, so you don't need to go into advanced. You don't need to go into any sort of advanced hive. You just, you're just here. You're just here for breeding purposes. So as soon as the glowing bee gets out, I can just grab some flowers. Which of course I don't have any on me besides the wither roses. So as soon as a bee, or as soon as those two bees come out to play, I'll just take a couple of these flowers and we're going to get our first bee, the first bread bee. Regular bees are just going about their day. The chocolate mine, or whatever bee, the Ashi mining bee was in there. Yeah, that just no longer exists. Also, bees are probably flying into that and dying. Didn't think about that uh, possibility. And you were out for like 30 seconds and didn't do anything. I should probably move this one over too, just so they're all together. And this one will get a feeding slab with withered rose on it, which assuming the withered rose is just on the feeding slab, it shouldn't activate wither on anything that flies into it. I would assume. The feeding slab, withered rose, cool. So now we have 3 advanced hives set up, 2 of them with bees in them, 2 of them with feeding slabs. Our bees should slowly start producing stuff, just going to give each of them like a half of the bottles we have. So is it just the weeding game? Oh, this now has 3 withered comb in it. Nice. I didn't realize that it happened, and you can see there it's slowly working. And we need 4 of these, right? 4 withered comb, and we'll have what we technically need as far as the ATM star goes. I'm gonna keep working on it. I think I just have to wait for our friends there to both be out at the same time. I should probably collect more regular honeycomb from our friends over here, which should be as simple as just getting a thing underneath each of them. Actually, this one's full of honey, so I should, and there's no bee in it, so should be able to just shear it, no problem. And 3 honeycomb. Is honeycomb affected by fortune? If I got like a really high fortune pair of shears, would that work? Um, Wait, can you get fortune on shears? I realize I don't know for sure if that's actually capable of happening. Um, Unusing. Become unusable when having 1 durability left is interesting. Oh wait, no, the shears thing, that might work. But no idea. But I think right now we're just waiting for bees to do their... Oh no. Um, yep, that's exactly what I thought happened. There's no way I can actually reliably use a Morgan in here, so go kindly right away. Bees are fine. Bees are fine. Grab out the Geos scroll and set one up on chocolate mining bee. Geos added. And let's, before we accidentally go ahead and break this thing, grab out the Geos scroll itself. And we have it on chocolate mining. And glowing bee, I think might be that first configurable bee. Actually, entity productive bees configurable bee might just be all of the other productive bees. I don't know why chocolate mining bees and bubble bees are separate, but those ones aren't. Vengeance spirits, go away. I think we're good. I'm just going to be waiting on you, so I guess we're going to go look at more mystical agriculture, since right now the bees are just a waiting game. Although, yeah, they are just a waiting game, because I need that redstone bee, which I need both of them to be out at once, and then I need a blue banded bee, which I'm going to get from any wooden nest with a honey thing. and no idea anything else besides that. Any wooden nest, and though any wooden block, a wooden sword, and just hoping to get the right bee, probably. That's probably the gist of it, so might as well do that real quick. Oh, this is so awful looking, just the inventory right now. So, wooden block, a wooden sword, dupe. Is this how all the bees are gonna go? Just the waiting game, hoping that the right bees are available at the right time? And grab out honey treats. I don't have a way to speed this one up, do I? So if I give it like redstone, nope, that won't speed it up. It legitimately has to be honey treats. So in 20 minutes, I'll get to see if the right bee spawned, because I don't think I have enough resources to actually make enough honey treats to speed that up anymore. Um, yeah, it's one honey bottle per, right? Yeah, one of each per, and I only have 5 honey bottles. I could get like a couple more from either of these. Uh, yeah, that's still, even if I use everything, only going to be like 10. That's not going to be anywhere near enough. I guess we're going to get back to looking at mystical agriculture once I take a brief moment to fix the inventory as much as I can. Okay, inventory is still bad, but it is a lot better. So, I'll usually bone meal. Yeah, mystical agriculture. I did a little bit of looking into it to try and find what might be a more efficient method of it. And apparently the growth accelerators from AE2 can grow these plants faster, which is something I kind of forgot about. We made one of these for Certus Quartz, but I don't really need it for Certus Quartz anymore because I have a machine running over there that makes infinite quartz dust, and we have a bunch of the Certus Quartz besides. Plus we have like Fortune 8, Fortune 10 now, so that's better. Also, apparently, this whole pylon thing I have set up here with a POE that will never break. Apparently, unfortune in that thing will matter. So if we get like a really, really high fortune POE, it should speed things up a little bit. All of this is from very brief searches and looking at some random Reddit pages. So how much of this is actually truthful, I don't know for sure. Also, apparently with the enchanting thing, I want as much quanta and as little quanta as I can and really high arcana, which I think I have forced myself to not be able to do with how much other stuff I added in here for the specific things we were doing. So this has 15 arcana and no quanta. So this thing should replace one of these. Ah, you can pick those things up without Silk Touch. I never actually tried. Oh, this one has a bunch of stuff already, but does not have fortune on it. I forgot I did that. What about the one from this one? Oh. Oh yeah, this thing can bone meal crops. I forgot I did that, but bone meal doesn't work on those. So what if I grab... I do kind of like that effect just on its own. I really wish it was worked for mystical agriculture. Unbreaking 5, fortunes... What's that? That's fortune 4. I would like better fortune than that, but I'll take it anyways. Fortune 4. Do I have fortune in here? Let's see. Fortune 8. Just grab as much of that as I can. Fortune 5 is apparently the limit? Oh, I don't have enough points for fortune for anything higher than that. That explains it. So thanks for high fortune. I suppose fortune 5 is enough to start this test with. Although we do have one more Aldemodium Hoe to try first. Yeah, Fortune 4, you can take this one that has the Nature's Blessing thing. You can take Fortune 4. This one, come on, luck be a lady or whatever. Also Fortune 4. Hmm. So let's disenchant this one, and we're going to take this fortune book, put it on the other one, then we're going to enchant this one again, and that should let us get a fortune 6, or it should let us get a fortune 6, I think. This goes in here. Fortune should now be able to go all the way up to fortune 6, maybe even 7, it might be close. Fortune 6, that's probably good enough start. Just grab a couple more levels. I didn't really know how long it was going to take me for this. I mean, that's a really good hoe. It just doesn't have, so it doesn't have fortune on it. Um, I mean, that's also a really, really good one. Temptation, I think, draws animals to you. But one of these is going to get the fortune. Yeah, this one is going to have fortune 7 put on it, or 6 put on it. And then the rest of them are just going to go back away in a moment. Was it this one that ended up without it, or is it the other one? 50-50 shot and I got it wrong. So you can go, like, back in there. Actually, getting them in those ones is a little bit rough. But now this one has really high fortune, so anything it breaks should just give it extra, if I'm right. Wait, when did I get another right seed? Oh yeah, I got it randomly from Quest Reward. That's right. It's right here. So we can now make infinite netherite almost. It's very, very slow. Inferium is going up pretty quickly. What sort of seeds do we want to make? Like, that's already better. Apparently these growth accelerators, if I put it here, it will grow these ones a lot faster. I just need to provide power to it. So I guess I'm going to need to make a bunch of flux points real quick. How much flux dust do I still have? And how many flux points do I have? The answer is not much of either. Flux points are made with flux cores. How do I do this again? Flux core, or flux points. Um, receives energy from adjacent block. Yeah, flux point. It's 4 of those and a block of redstone. Let me go ahead and make a bunch of those. I'm going to need to go crush some more redstone first, though. So just grab like a full stack of redstone, turn it into flux dust, like so. I'll make the flux points. We've seen these made a bunch of times before. I don't think we need to see it again. Okay, so I went ahead and made like a full stack of flux dust, and I actually think I have everything and made 4 flux points. I can actually make a couple more once I turn more of you into you. I just make all of them? Maybe I just make all of them and make as many flux points as I can right now, because I'm going to eventually need them. But the growth accelerators, they're actually really simple to make. They're ME cables. We already have quartz dust we've made in quartz blocks, which are just super easy. 3, 4. Let's just go with 5 for now. So just make 2 of them. And after that, I'm going to need more of these, which are, again, relatively simple. So make 2 more of them. So that's just 5 to start. And we're going to move this into a checker pattern. I'm going to need more for what we already have, but we should be able to do something better here. I guess I'm going to move the mystical agriculture stuff right here for now. And honestly, the best way to do this is going to be to stack them a little bit, because these things go up 9 blocks. So as long as this is below something, everything like up here is still getting affected by it. And I'll probably want to make accelerated planters, or apparently there's some sort of farmland that is super fast. Like, something I read said something about red fertilizer. Speeds up growth, farming for blockheads. 3 red... Hmm, can I just do that? Like, does that work? Will that work on this farmland, or would I have to do regular farmland for that? And is that much better? I don't know. Inferium coal's in there. We'll have to make some to test it. It looks relatively simple. It's just going to take me some work. What I'm going to do is set up this. So just need to set up one of those speed things down there. It can be wherever I want it to be. And then Inferium gets put on the actual farmland from this mod. That's a non-negotiable. It's the way it works. It has to be. And then just a water bucket in the middle. Let me set this up a little bit. It's going to take a little bit of work, like spacing things out. Okay, so we're gonna proof of concept this a little bit, and I'll fix the rest of it between episodes, because I'm out of time for recording purposes. But I have 4 Insanium Essence and 1 extra block, and I already have 1 Insanium farmland, and I think I have 5 of the speed up things right now. I just haven't grabbed the other 2. I know I have 1. I think there's another one hiding in here somewheres. There it is. Oh, I actually have 6 of them, but 5 is all the... Yeah. I'm setting this up for specifically the Inferium right now, because that's most important. So, these things work in any block that is touching them. So if I want the corner, one has to go here, and then those ones are getting boosted, that one will get boosted, and then that one and whatever goes here will also be boosted. So from there, water is close enough, or should be at least. Grab the 1 Insanium I already have. That can go there, and turn the rest of these into farmland as well. So, dupe, 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 and dupe. So now, put this in here. Should be simple enough. And put the power plugs on these and attach them to the network. Network connections, wireless, like that. Oh wait, no, these things are connected to the system, but they're not actually putting power in. I forgot that fact. I'm going to need power inputs, which should be in here. Yes, there it is. 1, 2. And where is it? Where's the wrench? Why do I always misplace this wrench? Every time I go to find this wrench, I can't find it. 1 second. I'm sure it's here and I'm just missing it. I looked in every chest / backpack except for the correct one. There we go. So, this... How did... Why was this working over here, but now I can't get it... Why won't these things connect? I connected these things to the power over there just fine. So, that is connected like so. Yeah, I had it working over here just by connecting it via a wire plugged in right to the back. Why won't it work on this side now? How this one should be connected to this network. It's just not for some reason. Why does it have to be specifically this side? I did bring all the wires with me. No, I didn't. Why am I such a goof? There we go. Does it specifically have to be right here? Yes, it does. Cool. Whatever. I don't really like it when it's like very specific. Oh, you have to do it right in this spot right here. I prefer having full access from all sides for power in and out. And I don't think I can adjust it without setting up the wrench somehow. But these things are... This one's not getting power because I forgot to do this. But now they're fully charged, and now growth acceleration. Okay, that's... Okay, yeah, that's pretty fast now, isn't it? So all of these Inferium are... Oh my goodness, that's so fast. Okay, I found out how we're doing this. This is simple enough to move over. As between episodes, I'll move the rest of it. I just do not have time to do it right now. So the pylon goes in the water. Or it can go above the water, but we're going to do in the water with this. And this backpack, set it up to a 9x9. And now, I want to see 1 Insanium and that. Let's see when the first one comes out, which is going to be now. Okay, it's 4 essence per with Insanium's boosts. And I'm assuming Fortune's probably doing something. No? Anyways, it's 4 Insanium every time one of these finishes growing, and they're finishing growing super, super quickly. One of them isn't watering, though, so where is my... I had a watering pail from Mystical Agriculture. Here it is. The watering can. If I just go like so, all of this is now watered. Does this thing on its own also speed up growth rate? It might. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, so I should have been doing this from the very beginning as well. I no longer have these ones auto picking up. But next time we'll continue on with this. I'm going to try out some of the other growth rates, but I have enough Insanium essence to make 9 more crop spots for this. So what I'll do is I'll probably make all 9 of those into spots for Inferium, because if we can get all of that rapidly growing, then that will make it so that we're getting more of this essence over time anyways. But yeah, we now have infinite Inferium. But for right now, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have. And actually, before we end off, is our little glowing bee friend out and about? I had out these things, and I was going to capture. Nope. In fact, I didn't see the glowing bee get out of its thing at all this entire episode, or the withered bee, minus that one time. I saw the chocolate bee out for like a moment, and I was going to capture it, and then it went back in, and I haven't seen it again. So I don't know. Our little friends there are just they're being shy. We'll have to capture them. I'll set up more beehives in there between episodes. I'll fix the farm a little bit. I just am pretty busy this weekend, more busy than I was expecting. But for right now, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank you all so much for watching one more time, and a special thanks to the channel members Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, and the Phantom Knight. Thank you all so much for your extra support. So, for now, for real now, take care, everybody.